told Niecy she better hold it together if I'm coming second. She did, and I'm still not feeling too good. But when Niecy asked me to speak a few words about John's life and what it's meant to us as a family, needless to say, I was a lot overwhelmed. First, because I knew there'd be a lot of people in here, but really just because I feel so inadequate to put into words what he's meant to us personally, meant to me personally, and to our family. So instead of listening to the words of my mouth, I ask you to listen to the voice of my heart, if I can. John joined our family bringing a spirit of patience, generosity, and servanthood. He was always there to share in the good times as well as the difficult ones. He was there to help us with projects around the house, to grill his famous pork tenderloin, which I like better than the hamburgers, and to celebrate birthdays, holidays, and milestones. We were blessed to enjoy so many things with him, like playing his favorite game of pinochle, taking our legendary trips to the beach, and just sitting around the table talking, cracking jokes, and telling stories, making memories. But to be honest with you, John wasn't one for sitting around the house too much. If you knew him, you knew that. I remember one of our trips to the beach, John had some landscaping project going on around the house, and of course I felt obligated to help him. So after several hours of working in the hot sun, I thought to myself, this is crazy. Since when do you work harder on vacation than you do at your job? And so I realized all of a sudden it was Sunday, and I came up with a plan. I looked at John and I said, John, I just want you to know we Baptists don't believe in working on Sundays. So thinking I had relief from my job for the day, John just looked at me and he said, oh, this isn't work. And he kept right on going. And that was the way John looked at almost everything he did, from delivering babies and checking on a patient, helping a neighbor, and being a friend wasn't work to him, because he enjoyed what he did and he found joy in helping others. But then there came that sad day when it was clear that John would no longer be able to continue doing the thing he loved to do, and that was practice medicine and helping you guys and helping us. Not long after the news, my wife Delora and I went to his office one last time to pack up his personal things. As we looked around the room trying to decide where to start a job we didn't even want to do, we noticed all his walls were decorated with diplomas and certificates listing his many achievements. As we began to take them down one by one, Delora noticed that each one described a unique characteristic about John and the work he did. So she decided to write them down just so we could remember. Well, I want to remember those today. The words describing him included words like high integrity, proven ability, dedicated, faithful service, devotion to his duties, professionalism, and upright character. All these words describe traits about John that we all know and understand. I've heard John described many times as being an amazing man. But when John heard words like these, his response was always the same. He would say, I'm just common. All I'm doing is the thing God had for me to do. And thinking about our beloved John, it made me ask myself the question, how do you really know a man? I believe that we know him by his character. And by that character, it's only a reflection of what dwells inside of us. God allows certain people to come into our lives that he uses to be example of his character. And John was one of those wonderful examples to me and our family. I believe with all my heart John had given his life to Jesus Christ. And through the power of the Holy Spirit that lived in him, he was able to exhibit the attributes found in Galatians 5:22 through 23. And it reads, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Against such things there is no law. So for me and the family I represent, the greatest way to celebrate the life of John Marchese is to rejoice in the person that John spent his life imitating, and that was Jesus. Thank you.